Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, and it's time to take a look at your weekend outlook. Yes, the weekend is here, the first weekend of May, and temperature-wise, it's going to be not too bad, but it's going to be a little soggy for us here in the Midwest. First, though, let's take a look at temperatures. This is on our Friday, and for the most part, temperatures are going to be about normal or slightly above normal. See this little wedge of yellow there in the Ohio Valley, portions of Indiana and Ohio? Well, there's going to be some rain there on Friday, and that's going to keep our temperatures down a little bit, but nothing really cold. That cold air is still sitting up in the northern Rockies and across the northern plains. By Saturday, though, we have this storm track. Now, remember, the storm track has been in place now for about a week or so. We have storm systems developing there in the Rockies, and then they go up towards the northeast. Ahead of it, pretty warm temperatures for the most part. You can kind of see here on Saturday, and a little bit cooler behind the frontal systems. But because these systems are generally shooting up towards the northeast, most of the cold air will stay up towards the north as well. Now by Sunday, you can kind of see here some of the very warm temperatures we have on Saturday is going to be a little bit more suppressed. We're going to see another round of rain here in the Midwest itself. Here comes the next system that's going to be affecting the eastern half of the country for next week. Now, as far as temperatures for next Wednesday, I want to jump right into the middle of the first full week of May. Warm temperatures once again, the same type of pattern, fairly warm here and pretty chilly up towards the north. Now, as far as precipitation is concerned, Friday is going to be a fairly wet day across the Midwest, and that stretches all the way down into the Gulf Coast. And again, remember, this is where we saw temperatures going to be about normal because of the rain and as well as the clouds. Behind it, temperatures warm up a little bit because of the sun. The sun intensity now is pretty darn warm. By Saturday, temperatures warm up here in the Indiana, Ohio, the Ohio Valley areas because we're going to be between these two systems. It gets wet as we head towards the east and up into the northeast. Here comes the next system that's going to give us some rain there on Sunday. But look what's going on along the west coast. A very unique late season storm for California, and that's going to produce some much needed snows again for higher elevations there for you. But the Central Rockies, pretty dry. And then here we go on Sunday. Here's a bit of energy there in the central U.S. There's that energy moving its way into the Rockies, producing some snow there. And this is going to give us a little bit of a wet day on Sunday right here in the Ohio Valley. And then this system continues to move up towards the northeast. So it's going to be kind of a very wet weekend, kind of a gloomy weekend for portions of the mid-Atlantic and up towards the north. And even down into the southeast, you're going to see some rain there as well. Now, this bit of energy, it's going to take its time moving east because by Wednesday it moves its way into the lower Ohio Valley, Tennessee valleys, and that's going to produce some rain in this area. But you notice up towards the north, again, these systems are pretty much moving up in this direction. So nothing really cold moving in for the middle of next week. Now, for personal reasons, we're going to jump to May 11th. That's next Saturday. And we look at temperatures here, fairly warm across most of the country. Now you notice a wedge of some cooler air right there in the Appalachians east of Ohio and into Pennsylvania because there's going to be a storm system pushing its way through. Now this is Saturday again. This is in the morning, and you can kind of see it there. Those of us right here in the Ohio Valley, it could be a wet morning on May 11th, but I think as we go through the day, skies are going to clear a little bit, and we're going to be drying out. But the northeast will be very, very wet as well. And you can also see we're going to start calming down across the western two-thirds rather of the U.S. But keep in mind, this is still well over a week away, and this is May 11th, Saturday, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that for us there. But until then, though, have a great weekend. Again, it's going to be fairly warm, but it's going to be a little bit wet here in the Ohio Valley. I'm George, the Weather Dad.